Hello and welcome to Lasse's Food and Barbecue. Today I'm going to show you how to make no bean chili, at least my way. I didn't add the word Texas before it because all those Texans out there are probably going to say that's not Texas no bean chili. Well, it's based on Texas no bean chili I had in a restaurant 10 years ago or so, and this is my way of doing it. You can do this on the stove or you can do it on the grill. I'm going to do it on the grill because I want to smoke the meat for a bit before adding the vegetables. So let me bring you in. I'll show you what we've got to cook with. Hang on. Okay, so there we are. What we have is we have 3 yellow onions, medium sized, 10 red peppers, 10 jalapenos, 8 medium sized tomatoes, 1 solo garlic, and then I had 2 smoked anchovies that I kind of ripped up. And what we're going to do is I'm going to chop these up into smaller pieces. The onions I'm actually going to chop to small pieces because I want that to cook fully to as little as possible in the end. And the chilies I'm just going to chop them up roughly. I'm going to deseed them, but I'm going to leave the guts. These are not very hot chilies. I'm not going to make a hot chili because, as I told before, not all of my family likes that. I'm going to divide the tomatoes in 8 parts, and I'm gonna chop up the garlic, and that's it. I'm really just gonna show you one of these to start with. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take it, remove the seeds. If it's not too much gut, you can just bang it, and then I'll put them, or actually I'll do like that. There we go. So I chopped all the veggies up, and I'm gonna marinate them, if you wish, in some Guinness. And these Guinness cans, they actually have a little ball in the bottom. You're supposed to spin them around a little bit to get a better foam. Doesn't really matter now, does it? I think that I will probably use 4 cans of beer. This is, I'll have to look that up. It's 44 centiliters, whatever that could be. It's a large can. 4 of them during the cook today. I will, however, only put 2 in here, and that will cover as much as it covers, and then I will add more during the day when it reduces. Okay, and I'm just gonna leave it like that because we're supposed to cook the meat, weren't we? Like I said, can you see that? Hope so. Found a focus button on my camera, it makes it easier. Anyway, so I'm gonna season this meat using just the regular, it's called garlic herbs. Found it in the store yesterday. It's like a allspice kind of thing. Looks like that. Santa Maria it's called. It's one of the large spice producers in Sweden, and well, I never saw this one before. Anyway, so I'm just gonna season this meat. I have not trimmed them. These are 2 pound each chuck whatever. It's chuck roast. I'll say that. Chuck roast, 2 pounds each. They're fairly small. I'm going to leave the fat on there. They were pretty well trimmed. I'm just going to dry spice them. This will probably just melt away anyway when we smoke them, but it looks nice anyway. And I'm not going to cut the meat because I really want the meat to fall apart by itself, which means I'm not going to be required to use the thermometer today because it's just going to cook forever and ever until it's done. And then I've got thick bacon, and this is 340 grams, which is, I looked that up, like 16 ounces. I'll put that in the description as well. So everything will be in the description as always. Anyway, I'm going to go to the grill and get it started. So stay with me and I'll bring you there. Okay, welcome outside. And it's 9 a.m. It's about 55 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's really nice. It's probably going to warm up a bit and hopefully get sunny today, so we can go for a walk or something. Anyway, I'm going to show you how I'm going to cook this. I've set this up for indirect grilling. I've got a small chimney here. I'm using the minion method, and for information about that, you can probably find like 250 videos on YouTube. Anyway, the point is to just light a few charcoals on one end and then let it slowly burn over to the other side. I've got some alder and some hickory flakes that I had, but all the chunks on there. And then I need my grate, of course. So put it like that. I'm gonna use the party cue to keep this as 225, and I've got a cast iron pot. Okay, so you've seen people do this, and they fry the bacon and stuff like that. I'll put it in there. I wanted to get the smoke flavor. That's good enough. Then I'm just gonna add the meat on top of there, and then I hope these are gonna be best friends for the next 2.5, 3 hours or something like that. It depends on what happens around here. It doesn't really matter. And then I'm gonna add the rest of the stuff to this. Okay, so I'll bring you back when we're closer to adding the vegetables. Okay, so we're back. The grill's been steady at 225 or just above for 2.5 hours now. So I figured it's time to check it and add the vegetables. So let's see what it looks like. Looks pretty nice. I added a little tinfoil thingy with some mesquite pellets just after I finished filming last time, just to get a little bit more smoke. So and now I'm gonna try to get these vegetables in there. I'm just gonna leave this as it is. It's got a long ways to go, so we'll see what we can fit. Well, it's a little bit heaped, and I assume it's gonna boil down. It usually does, so we're just gonna leave it like that. Okay, so it's been exactly 12 hours, and I had to take this inside because it got dark out there. I have checked it, and it finally got tender. I had it on 225 for 7 hours, then I lidded it and upped the temperature to 275, and let's see what it looks like when we try pulling it. The reason I didn't cut the meat is because I wanted these long strands, these long fibers, and this looks the way I expected it to. Only I expected it to be like this a couple of hours ago. Anyway, we had hamburgers for dinner. I'm gonna pull this apart. I'm gonna sieve the sauce. Keep the vegetables, actually. Mix the meat with the vegetables and then add a little bit of liquid if it's needed. I'm also going to try to get rid of as much of the fat that comes out of this as possible. This is really, really tender now. Looks perfect. Anyway, I'll be back with a taste test in a little bit. And there we are. Okay, so I got rid of about half of the liquid that was left. I think this is wet enough. We're actually going to have this for dinner tomorrow, but of course I'm going to have to give you a taste test. It's been a long cook, 12 hours, the longest one I've made. I think that next time when I do this, I'm going to go for 275 from the start. I usually do that when I do it in the oven, so I just figured that I was going to try to do it really low and slow and let it take its time. And it really did. But it turned out, looks nice. So I think it turned out really well. So I'm going to have a taste. Oh, if I may say so, which I may. This is probably the best chili I've ever made. It's got a very nice smoky flavor. It was good that I added some extra smoke in the beginning. The smoke is in the meat, really. It's incorporated like if it had been a smoked chuck roast, I think. It's got a bit of a chili sting, but it's not that hot. I hope everyone's going to be happy with this when we serve it. And It's really tender. And like I said, I like to have the long fibers. So if you're gonna do this, don't cut the meat first if you have the time. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.